Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I have to apologize to everyone, all 800,000 of my subscribers. I am the last person on YouTube to take a look at the Cold Steel 5 Max. I know, right? Like, when did this come out? Like 3 years, 4 years? I don't know how many years ago. If you do not know, if you are new, Cold Steel, famous, I think, for a lot of things, most notably the Triad lock, invented by Andrew Demko, or designed by Andrew Demko, what do you want to say? They combined, you know, that with their powers combined, it was the Cold Steel marketing and Andrew Demko's legitimately incredibly powerful locking system. And to Cold Steel's credit, their incredible attention to quality control and heat treatment, and just they made good products. They still do. Not headed by Lynn Thompson anymore, but they make really, really good products. The Cold Steel lock is arguably like the grandfather of ultra powerful and durable locking systems. And there have been many, many different knives with the Triad lock. But I think when it comes down to it, there's a handful. There's probably 3 or 4, maybe, that people would say are truly the most durable production folding knives on earth. I'm not talking about weird customs that like some guy like made in his, he made like the folding knife equivalent of the Dragon Slayer in his garage. Right? I'm talking about production folding knives. The Cold Steel 5 Max is arguably one of the most durable production folding knives of all time that you can actually carry. Now let's get it out and look at it. I'll stop blabbering. Thank you to Knife Center for loaning this to me for review so I can finally review this knife that came out at least 3 years ago. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Links for this guy down in the description. There's a Scout version, I think, that's less expensive. And then there's a more expensive version. I think at one point they actually made a full titanium version of this. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't really remember. But all of the, and there's also a 4 Max, which is slightly smaller. Good Lord! Oh my God, what a monster. What a monster. This knife, even those guys who are like, the guys who like, they're running down the street. Like, you're just a guy carrying a pocket knife, and here comes this sweaty guy in a jean jacket. Don't you know that fixed blades are stronger than folding knives? Like, he finally catches up to you, and you're like, geez, whoa. That's how you guys come across, by the way. The fixed blade guys, you guys pop into the comments as if we are a community of people who are completely oblivious to the existence of fixed blades and the ways that they are superior to folding knives. When you guys pop down in the comments and you're like, well, that's why I carry a fixed blade, because it's more durable and there's less part. Yeah, we know that. In fact, most of us, the vast majority of us who collect or use pocket knives, not only are we aware of that, we own multiple fixed blades ourselves. I mean, you might as well be preaching to the clouds. I don't know why people do this, right? It is not an opportunity to teach. But even those guys, with their sweaty jean jacket, right? They're running up to you, and I'm trying to think of like what shoes they'd be wearing, right? They're unironic Doc Martens, but it take a long time to get to you, right? That's why they're so sweaty. That's hard. Just sprinting in those things. Anyways, even those guys would be like, well, okay, like the fixed blades, like they're stronger, but like for everything but like the 5 Max. Like this is the knife that makes them take a step back from that statement. This is one of those folding knives that it's hulking and massive, and this is the first time I've ever handled it. I just can't believe. I remember the 4 Max. I don't know why I don't own a 4 Max, but the 5 Max even makes the 4 Max look. It's, in my opinion, it's kind of like, because these are all Demko knives, like you can see here. This is a Demko. Sorry, I can't remember if I mentioned this. I was golfing. I was on the driving range with my son, and I forgot my glove, and I was like, I don't need a glove. My hands are tough. Well, it took I don't know, 50 balls, and I had a blister. So sorry, it looks gross. But anyways, in my opinion, and I don't know if these are all in the same family, it goes 80-10, then 4 max, then 5 max. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Now, the 80-10 is a big knife. Get it out. This is a big knife. Looks kind of silly up next to the 5 max. This is a knife that can go in your pocket. Just try real quick. I'm in athletic pants, so that's just silly. Can I reverse flick this? Yeah, I don't want to try. It's so big that I might actually run my finger up. I don't want to do that. The 4 max is in between these two, and then the 5 max is massive. Now, a lot of people say, what's the point of a massive folding knife? At that point, you might as well just carry a fixed blade just because of how much item you're lugging around. The benefit here is that it can fold, and the weakness of most folding the weakness of most folding knives is that they do fold. Unless they're backed up by a system like the Triad lock. This is a stupidly, stupidly strong lock. Now, before all the fixed blade guys get their jean jackets in a wad, obviously, one solid piece of steel, generally speaking, if you're using the same geometry, you're using the same steel, the same heat treatment, the same blade geometry, all of that, well, yeah, sure. Then you compare that. Obviously, the one piece is still going to be a little stronger. But this type of knife, I think, is best utilized in camp settings, where you do want the convenience of the thing folding up, but you still want the strength of something, the heft and the weight of something that can not only cut and slice, but chop, right? Absolutely. I think that there really is a place for this knife when it comes to certain people. Is this a knife that I would say, yeah, you should EDC that? That would be super great and not cumbersome. No, but people do. People absolutely do, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you're just like, carrying this is the equivalent of driving a lifted 3/4 ton pickup. Ask me how I know that. I don't do that because I need it, because I drive to the post office every day. I don't pull anything. I haul my golf clubs. I am the perfect example of the GMC owner, the GMC Pavement Princess owner who hauls his golf clubs. That's me, and I'm very, very proud of it, 100%. But I drive that because I like it, because I get in that and I'm like, yeah, you know? Hello, Mrs. Davis, as I go down the street and I roll my windows up. Yeah, like that's, you know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that, right? There's also nothing wrong with buying something like the Cold Steel 5 Max, even though you are literally just going to open your Amazon packages or whatever, right? But if you need it, there's no limitation. It's not like Cold Steel's like, well, hold on there, big fella. What are you planning to use it for? Right? The only people who do that are gatekeepers. And you can just take a nice, big, thick lemon meringue pie and just put it right in their face because their opinion doesn't matter. You don't have to qualify to EDC a knife like this. You can simply buy it and put it in your pocket and it doesn't really matter, right? Just like anybody who drives a gigantic truck doesn't really have to qualify for it. Or a car that could be considered a race car, and you're just casually cruising down the street to pick up your groceries, right? You're picking up your Metamucil at the grocery store. That doesn't matter, right? Because you paid for it. If you have a use for it, I think that this actually probably would be a pretty good camp knife. And there's probably a million other things. These have been proven to be able to baton. These are some of the only folding knives. And by the way, I don't know what Cold Steel's warranty is, so I'm not going to say if you baton with this and you break it, that Cold Steel's going to cover it. I have no idea. But if someone was like, listen, it has to be a folding knife and I'm going to baton with it, I would say 4 Max or 5 Max. That's honestly what I would say. So if you have to do it, Cold Steel 4 Max, Cold Steel 5 Max. The blades are big enough, right? Yeah, I think so. Pretty thick too. I wonder how thick that blade stock is. Hold on. First of all, we got to measure it. Got to measure it. Overall length. Yeah, dang, it's a foot long. 5-inch blade, 5-inch cutting edge. How much do you weigh, big boy? God dang. Oh my God. He's huge. He's just a big old boy. He weighs he weighs 13 ounces. And how big a blade you got? How thick a blade you got? We're getting a little weird here. Sorry. Your blade stock thickness is coming in at it's only 190 thousandths. It looks like a 1/4 inch. Man, it's really smooth too. So this is the nicer one, or one of the nicer ones in S35VN. I would venture to guess that Cold Steel has some of the most perfectly heat-treated S35VN. This really is, when it comes down to the blade geometry, the blade steel, and the heat treatment, there's a lot of reasons, combined with the triad lock and the overall size, why I think that this might be one of the ultimate camp folding knives, right? Now, self-defense, no idea. No idea. Yeah, feels pretty good to me, right? But I don't know anything about self-defense. And honestly, I don't know that much, as far as camping goes, I go camping sometimes, but I wouldn't consider myself a professional camper. Just my experience growing up, which is pretty general, Midwestern Kansas experiences, right? Lake camping and sometimes Nebraska camping. That was pretty much it, right? So there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of variables that I wouldn't know anything about because my experience bubble is, fairly narrow. But yeah, I think so. I think this is a very, very purpose-built product, and it's no surprise that it's fully Demco, not just the lock, the entire thing. Very cool. Can't wait to review this. Today's video was just an unboxing and first impressions. I'm so sorry it took me years to take a look at this one, but I hope you were all entertained. If you have experience camping with the 5 Max or whatever you use it for, I'd like to hear about it. Put it down in the comments section. Like I said, this will be linked in the description so you guys can check it out. Thanks again to Knife Center for loaning it to me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on the Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.